Hi students, today actually I am going to give us short important points about force and pressure. So let me consider the topic force and pressure. Alright, so what is actually a force? Force is either a push or pull. Alright, all my students know push and pull is basically a force. What is actually push? Push means repel. Pull means attract. Have you heard this term repel and attract? Yes, you are hearing about this magnet. Can you remember magnet? So magnetic force. Magnet can repel, magnet can attract. As you all know, law of magnetism, like poles repel, unlike poles attracts. So magnetic force. So a type of force we are going to see today. There are many types of force. Let's say I take a stone. The stone falling down freely. When stone falling down freely is due to gravitational force. All know about Isaac Newton. Isaac Newton seeing an apple is falling down from a tree. So this is due to gravitational force. Which is most important in physics to learn? Imagination. What is physics? Physics is an imagination. So think about the scientific method. How we imagine anything. Newton, when he saw an apple, it is falling down. He thinking that why the apple is falling down. Same time he was going for hypothesis. After hypothesis he planned the experiment. Then he collecting the data. After data he manipulating the data and becoming a law. So sometimes the scientists try. May be true, may not be true. What is hypothesis? Is a smart guess. Scientists are very smart normally. They guess 95% will be correct. Even though if he got failure, they never give up. It's a teaching for life also. They never give up. They redo again. Then they come to the conclusion when they find true. Not only that, when we talk about force, gravitational force is Isaac Newton. Remember the scientist as well. Same time, we have another type of force. For example, frictional force. My students may ask, what frictional force? Frictional force is a contact force. Mr. Rama holding this marker. I am holding this marker because of frictional force. There is a grip between my hand to the marker. I can able to stand also because of frictional force. In daily life, if you see the frictional force, maybe an advantage, maybe a disadvantage. So frictional force help us to ride on the surface. Frictional force help us to hold the object. Frictional force help us to move from point to point without slipping down. So frictional force is a type of force. Magnetic force, gravitational force. These are the type of force. I am talking about force. How to measure force? As we know about the concept, how to measure force? You want to measure force, you must use spring balance. The spring balance used to measure force. Or sometimes we say force meter. Force meter or spring balance can be able to measure force. How do we measure force? Using spring balance. What is the unit of force? Standard unit. SI unit of force is Newton. As we know in physics, most of the units under the name of scientists. Probably we can say that they are respecting scientists a lot. In case, for example, if we measure the current is in ampere. Ampere is the name of scientist. If we measure pressure, the pressure is PA, Pascal. Pascal is the name of scientist. If you measure energy, the unit for energy is joules. Joule is the name of scientist. Most in all the science, triple science, physics respecting all the scientists, most of the units are under name of scientists. Right. We are talking about force. What the force can be able to do. Force can be able to do 7 action. I want to show in the wheel form. Okay. 7 action force can be able to do. Force can be able to move the object. Force can be able to stop the object. Force can be able to turn the direction of object. Force can be able to change size of an object. Force can be able to change shape of an object. Force can able to accelerate or decelerate the object. So force can able to do 7 actions. These are called characteristic of force. The force is a 2 type of force we talked today, contact force and non-contact force. I just want to show a few things about contact and non-contact. Let me take an example. This is contact and non-contact. Contact force is, just now I say, frictional force. Non-contact force, gravitational force. As the stone is falling down, it falls freely. There is no connection between the stone to the earth, but it is grabbed. It's called non-contact. But Mr. Rama holding the marker, I am giving the contact. So difference between 2 type of force, one is contact, another one is non-contact. The same time, we are measuring the force with spring balance. So same, if you want to know what the main formula to calculate for force, let me take the formula in triple word. Okay, all of you take note, force equal mass time acceleration. Mostly in physics, all the terms, all the words, all the formula, only 3-letter formula. Happy to think about it. Okay, none other chemical formulas are too long in chemistry, but physics only triple letter give you the formula. Force equal mass time acceleration. What this mass? Mass is measured in kilogram. Acceleration measured in meter per second square. Force measured in Newton. Let me talk about a few minutes about the pressure. What is pressure? How I connect this force and pressure. How the force related with pressure. Let me see. Okay, pressure is related with force because pressure is force acting per unit area. We are talking about pressure. The pressure we can say maximum and minimum pressure. The same time, if you want the maximum pressure, you have to write force over minimum area. Area should be minimum. If you want minimum pressure, you must go for real force over maximum area. Area should be maximum. Because force and pressure is directly proportional. Force and area inversely proportional. Smaller the area, greater the pressure. I want to give you one example on this diagram. You may see is a floor. Okay, I put a big box and same time I put a small box. You might see box A and box B. The box A I am applying 400 Newton force. Same force I am applying to box B. Even though I am applying the same amount of force, what about the area, base area? Base area for box A, for example, 5 square meter. The base area for box B, for example, 1 square meter. You might obviously know that smaller the area, greater the pressure. How do we calculate using formula? So the formula say pressure is force over area. Shall we go? Pressure of box A is force applied over area of box A. Force applied 400 Newton. Area of box A is 5 square meter. So therefore, we will get 80 Newton per square meter. It's also called 80 PA. What is actually PA? PA is actually name of scientist Pascal, the first 2 letter. Pascal is the name of scientist. This is the SI unit of pressure. 80 PA. What about the pressure of box B? Let me see. Pressure of box B, same force over different area. You might see force is still the same 400 Newton. Area is 1 square meter. You might see the total is 400 Newton per square meter. If not 400 PA. Our student, please see here. The pressure is 400 PA as the pressure of the box A is 80 PA. Smaller the area, greater the pressure. I hope this example helping you to understand the best way about the force and pressure. Let me see another lesson to keep for other topic, how to make it easier. Students, I am Mr. Rama from KRTC.